Welcome to Holistic Health is Hot, where your journey to sculpting your dream body meets holistic health. I'm your host, Ashley Roberts. Here, we're going to chat about mindset hacks that have completely transformed my life and dive deep into nutrition and movement that will help transform yours. We're going to get into the intense connection between mind, body, and soul so you can glow from the inside out. Let's get into it. And remember, holistic health is hot. Welcome back to another episode of Holistic Health is Hot. I'm so excited to get into this episode. It's going to be a very kind of quick, tactical episode that you can just walk away with some action steps. So we're talking about 10 tips to build confidence. And truthfully, just to kind of give you some background, I used to be so shy, so quiet, so mute, afraid of the world. I had zero confidence, and I thought it was something that you were either born with or you just didn't have. And that is actually not the case. And I just want to teach you guys that confidence is something that you learn and you can actually grow. And it's something that's close to my heart because I went through a long period of time where I was so unconfident. I hated my body. I didn't think anyone wanted to talk to me. You know, you can be confident in your body, but I just think confidence in general is something that's important in life, because if you're not confident, I don't even know what the opposite would be. Obviously unconfident, but just scared, like afraid to be yourself, not having self-love. So I'm excited to get into this episode. And yeah, like I said, I used to be not confident in any way, shape, or form, and I have really transformed my life and grown and become a completely different human. And I think it all stems from confidence, like having the confidence to do anything in terms of signing up for a course, putting yourself out there, starting a business, whatever it may be. Confidence is a part of life, and I think it's important for everyone to learn. Honestly, it just makes life way more fun when you actually love the shit out of yourself and are confident in anything and everything that you do. One big piece of confidence is that, and I don't know, maybe some people disagree with this, but I don't think that you can have confidence without true self-love. If you have confidence without actually loving yourself, you're probably faking it till you make it, because true confidence comes from having this deep love and acceptance of yourself. And, you know, the fake it till you make it thing is okay for a little bit, but at the end of the day, true self-confidence is actually loving yourself, knowing that no matter what you say or do, even if people don't like you or people have other opinions, like, you are so confident and love yourself. Because I think about a time when I was really self-conscious. I almost feel like that's the opposite of confidence, self-conscious, because I was just so worried what other people were thinking about me. I was worried that they were going to judge me if I said something wrong or if I sounded dumb. And confidence comes from not giving a shit what other people think. And when you don't give a shit what other people think, you have true self-love. A couple of turning points for me with my confidence was, one, I think back to a time when I started dance. That was something that really brought me out of my comfort zone and made me confident because I was good at something. When you learn new things and you get good at them, that builds confidence, which we'll go into all this. But I think dance was one big thing for me, was a turning point. Switching schools was a big thing when I really developed some confidence. Getting into the health and fitness space in general, you know, so many little points here and there when I really remember back to when there were actual turning points in my journey. Also, as a side note, self-love is something that I think is always growing and evolving, because we are always growing and evolving. It's not something that you're just going to wake up one day and be like, yeah, cool, love myself now. Like, it's not how it works. I wish it did. But I think I've told this story a few times, but I remember when I went to therapy, it was one of the first few sessions with my therapist, and she was like, okay, let's list out 10 things you love about yourself. And I just broke down crying. I was bawling my eyes out. I couldn't even think of one thing that I truly loved about myself. And truthfully, this was at a time when I was at one of my thinnest. Like, I thought that being thin and being skinny would actually make me have the most self-confidence, when it wasn't about that. Like, I was so unconfident. I was so insecure, and I didn't truly love myself. I was like, I can't even tell you one thing I love about myself. So self-love is always growing and evolving, like I said, because we're always growing and evolving. And it's not like just because that day I was like, oh, I need to start loving myself. Okay, cool. Sounds good. You have a relationship with yourself, truly. And so relationships grow and evolve because you as a human grow and evolve. It sounds like a broken track record, but you get the point. Self-love is always going to be a journey, which means confidence is always going to be a journey, because I've been so freaking confident in my life. And then there's other times when it kind of goes down the drain. And the important thing is to have these tools and remember how to actually get there. So that's why we're going to go into some tools and tactics. So first, starting off with embracing challenges. And this is kind of what I said, do hard things. When you learn and accomplish hard things, it really builds confidence. For example, like I said, dance. That was something that was brand new. It was hard for me at first, but I wanted to be the best, so I became the best. Starting a business, that has some ups and downs, but that has truly been a challenge in my life, and being able to overcome that builds confidence. Getting more fit in the gym, and I'm not just talking about because you lose weight. It's about getting stronger. It's a challenge. You overcome a challenge, that builds confidence. Next is facing your fears. And this is one of those things that is getting outside of your comfort zone. It's scary as shit. But once you get outside of your comfort zone, it kind of ties into the one before where it's like, holy shit, I can do hard things. And dance was out of my comfort zone for sure. Auditioning for pro dance teams, that was terrifying. And I didn't even make it the first time, but I kept pushing through. That is resilience. That builds confidence. Not giving up builds confidence. And so I think the biggest thing is like listening to your own intuition and facing your fears when you need to. I'm not telling you to go jump off a bridge or whatever. I'm telling you to do things that scare you. Like, maybe you want to invest in a course. Maybe you want to invest in coaching. Maybe you want to go learn how to wakeboard. I feel like so often so many people hold themselves back from trying new things, especially older people, because they have this fear of failure, which that is a whole other topic we could go into. But when you actually face your fears, like I remember, was this last year? Beginning of 2022, I went on a family trip to Tahoe, and I was snowboarding with my brother. It was just the two of us, and we went to North Star, and they have a big park at North Star. And my brother is one of those people that is so good at pushing me outside of my comfort zone, because he'll just be like, suck it up, do it. And I'm like, okay. Like, he's like the one person that I have no choice, I feel like, in my brain. I'm like, he's my older brother, like, gotta impress him, like, gotta follow in his footsteps. So I'm always like, oh my gosh, like, gotta do whatever he tells me to suck it up and do. So we're going to the top of like one of the runs, has all the big jumps and all the things. I'm like, okay, cool, good, let's do it. And there are these big ass jumps. I don't even know. I think they're like 15 feet, truly. And I was like, there's no way I'm doing this. But because I was with my brother, he's like, you gotta do it. And I was shitting myself. Like, I was so scared. And he went off of it. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And I did it. And was it graceful? Was it pretty? No. I probably ate shit. I'm pretty sure I did. But the fact is that I faced my fears and I did it anyways. And it made me feel so good about myself. I was like, holy shit, I'm actually such a good snowboarder. Like, I was able to go off of this jump, even if it wasn't beautiful, even if it wasn't like doing a 360, like I faced my fear, and that's freaking cool. So again, facing fears builds confidence. Yeah. So I guess the best way to face your fears is have your older brother tell you to do something, and then you'll just do it. At least that's how it was for me. Next is using affirmations. Affirmations are so powerful, but you have to truly believe them for them actually to work. And so often, if we're like, I have my dream body, it's like, and you don't, it can be hard to really believe in them. So instead of using affirmations to pretend and lie to yourself, I think using affirmations to say things like, I'm working towards my dream body, or I can accomplish anything I set my mind to, or, sometimes faking it till you make it works. Like, sometimes I just have to suck it up and tell myself I'm confident. Even if I don't believe it, the more you say it, the more you start to believe it. So I think there's kind of two routes where you can fake it until you actually believe it, or you can say things that resonate with you. It really depends on you. And for me, I kind of use both, where if there's a day where I'm like, I'm confident, I'm beautiful, and I feel none of that, I'm like, okay, I can say something else that actually makes me feel good. That isn't like a direct me lying to myself. Like, I'm working towards feeling confident, or I'm taking care of myself today, whatever it may be. Like, two kind of routes of like exact affirmations of like, how you're actually feeling, like I'm working towards something. And then the other side where you can kind of like fake it till you make it, which honestly, I think some people hate on the fake it till you make it, but there's points in time where it comes in handy, where let's just say you have an interview and you're terrified and you're like, fuck. But if you can kind of like bring yourself down by like, I am calm, I am peaceful, I am confident, like whatever it may be, I truly feel like that does help. And again, it's whatever works with you, but I think affirmations are so powerful for confidence. Next is finding joy in hobbies. I think that you are your most confident self when you are living your life to the fullest, meaning like you're doing activities that actually light you up. When I was my most confident, and I think about this a lot because when I was my most confident, I was out doing activities hobbies that made me feel so good about myself. Like I was snowboarding. I joined a girl snowboarding group that I didn't know a single person and went on. When I dance, like all of these things, these hobbies that bring you joy truly make you so much more confident because you're just happier. And I feel like you're living in your authentic self and you can't really compare with any of that. So finding joy in hobbies, I think, is so important. Next is nourishing your body. I truly don't think you can feel ultimate confidence unless you are actually feeling good. And by physically feeling good, you have to fuel your body properly. And nourishing your body can mean a lot of different things. But for example, like obviously eating clean, but also sometimes, nourishing your body means leaning into cravings when it's something that you truly need. Like sometimes I need Ben & Jerry's because I know that's going to fuel my soul. And I believe that is nourishing your body. Whereas, maybe taking a bath is nourishing my body. And that kind of goes into self-care, which is another piece of having true confidence, is taking care of yourself, doing a ton of self-care, going to get a facial, getting a massage if you can, or going for a walk with a podcast. Like truly tuning in and listening to what your body needs gives you self-confidence because you're feeling amazing and you can't fake confidence when you feel like shit. Next is just surrounding yourself with positivity. If you have people bringing you down all the time, or if you're just surrounded by negativity in whatever in your environment, in your life, you're going to have a lot harder of a time being confident. And even on social media, like if you are following people that don't bring you positivity, unfollow them. If I don't bring you positivity and I create feelings of, lack of self-worth or whatever, unfollow me. Like it's so important to follow people that actually lift you up, especially because social media is such a big part of life. You need to unfollow people that don't make you feel good. That's a great place to start. Then you can start unfriending people that don't make you feel good. Truly, it's so important to surround yourself with positive people, positive environment. And I think sometimes that can be hard, but I think it's an important piece. How are you supposed to be happy and confident if everyone around you is negative and not treating you the way that you deserve to be treated? Lastly is called Confidence Starter Pack. And I really like this because I think it's important to figure out what actually makes you feel confident. Like for me, I need chapstick or lip gloss on me at all time. I need it. Or else if I have like crusty lips, I cannot function. Like I can't talk to people. All I'm thinking about is my lips the whole time. And everybody probably has their own little quirks like this, but for me, I'm like, I need chapstick or lip gloss 24/7 or else I feel like I'm a grandma where my lips are shriveled up and everyone's staring at me and I just can't handle that. So that's something that's in my confidence starter pack. Honestly, I feel like my confidence starter pack has acrylic. I gave up my acrylics for the last couple months and truly I feel like a new human having these on. Like I just feel put together. I feel good. And these don't have to just be, external things. It can be like, maybe your confidence starter pack before going out to dinner or maybe to a social event is like, I need to do a meditation before I go. I need to do a meditation or a pep talk or whatever it may be. Maybe that is what is in your confidence starter pack. Like it really is about you and your lifestyle and whatever you feel like you truly need. And this may take some time to figure out. I don't know why, like crusty lips for me is the thing that makes me feel the most unconfident. So yeah, like for me, it's, having lip gloss or chapstick on 24/7. When my hair is oily, I feel very not confident. So that's something. Typically, I'm one of those people where I love to get dressed up and I think I don't do it enough. And I think about why I haven't been confident in my life is I've been like dressing in leggings and sweatshirts and it's like, no wonder. Part of who I am as a human, I'm that girl that's overdressed. That's me. And I haven't been like that in a long time. And I think I missed that piece of me. And that is wow, this is almost like a therapy session with myself and you guys, of course. But I think that's something that really is something that makes me feel my most confident is when I am looking cute and dressing cute and wearing makeup. And if that's not you, that's fine. You don't have to be that person that wants to wear makeup and get dressed up. That doesn't have to be your confidence starter pack. It's whatever resonates with you. I'm trying to think of some other examples. Yeah, I think for me, it's like feeling put together. And again, that might be you, that might not be you. To kind of recap what we talked about, a couple of things you can do to develop confidence: embrace challenges, do hard shit, face your fears, use affirmations, find hobbies that actually bring you joy, nourish your body, surround yourself with positivity, go unfollow people on Instagram or any social media that don't make you feel good about yourself, prioritize self-care, and create your confidence starter pack. Truthfully, like I said, it's not something that you might just one day be like, okay, I'm confident. Maybe it is for you. Maybe it's just a mindset that you need to shift and that will work for you. But sometimes it just takes practice. And when I was in my really shy, quiet phase, I had to force myself to get out of my comfort zone by talking to people. And after doing it so many times, it just builds so much confidence that it feels natural. And so confidence is honestly something that is so necessary for life, and self-love goes along with that. So if you can truly learn to love and accept yourself fully and completely, that is the key to ultimate confidence. That wraps up this episode on tips to build confidence. I know this was a bit shorter of a one, I believe. But I just wanted to give you some tactical tools that you can take away and start implementing ASAP. And all of these are free, every single one. Okay, maybe besides like getting your nails done and stuff, but that's my personal starter pack. You create your own. If you enjoyed this episode, it would mean the world to me if you screenshotted this and shared it on your story on social media. You sharing my podcast helps it grow, and it would mean the freaking world to me. Love you. Thank you for being here. Catch you on the next one.